Hi you guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be talking through my summer favorites. I've done this for last summer. It was actually, I think, my first video, and then I did it for winter, and I really like doing this kind of video because it kind of helps me remember what I really liked this summer, and I hope I can kind of put you guys on to some good, new fun things. I have my journal here with all my favorites. I'm going to be talking through fashion favorites, beauty favorites, music, miscellaneous, and then I have a short wish list of things that I kind of felt like I was missing this summer that I really want to purchase. I'm going to start with my fashion favorites because I feel like that's probably why most people are here, and I'm excited to talk about them. A big favorite of mine this summer continued to be ballet flats. I absolutely adore wearing ballet flats. Specifically, I really loved wearing them with sportier outfits. I think I talked about it in a short and in a long form video, but I really liked the outfit formula this summer of like a sporty short, a feminine top, and then a ballet flat. I just really felt like me in it, and I felt cute while also being comfy. And so just ballet flats were just like my favorite this summer. I have a red and a blue pair, and I'd really love to get some more neutrals, maybe a black pair, maybe a white pair. But I do really love having colored ballet flats, so I'd definitely be open to getting just more colors in general. A next favorite I had this summer was wearing monochromatic outfits. I wore a lot of all black outfits this summer, which I used to never wear black, or I would never wear all black. But I started to really like that this summer. I felt like wearing all one color really started to feel, if I didn't know what to wear, I could always resort to wearing all one color. And even if it was like sporty, comfy clothes, I felt like wearing a monochromatic outfit just made it look like really cute, and it still made me feel like I was styled. Oh my goodness, another favorite of just general fashion this summer was skirts. Skirts were a big win for me this summer, especially slip skirts. I have a black one and then a white one and a green one and a pink one, but I wore the black one a lot, and I loved wearing these slip skirts. They're almost this like right above the knee length, and I just thought they were so cute. I really liked wearing these like dressier skirts in casual settings because I just love getting dressed, and so being confident enough to wear whatever I wanted to wear to any event. I just had a lot of fun wearing skirts all summer, so I definitely want to get more skirts. Okay, my next summer favorite were these New Balance 740s in all black, and then they have like some silver/gray detailing. I absolutely loved these this summer. I'm not a big tennis shoe trainer gal, but obviously there's a lot of situations where you need to wear them. Like, I'm a pretty active person, so I play pickleball a lot or go on walks with my friends. And then I went to South Dakota this summer hiking, and so I wore those as my hiking shoes, and I just loved them this summer. I used to really struggle with wearing a black shoe, but I'm kind of into these more like dark neutrals recently. And so these shoes were a really big win for me this summer. I loved wearing them. I felt really cute even though they were a sneaker. I think because I dress so feminine, I often don't think tennis shoes look cute with an outfit. Another favorite fashion item I had this summer was just kind of these like sheer tops. Not extremely sheer because I don't go a lot of places where I would feel like that was the most appropriate. But like I have the Intimacy brown long sleeve, and then this like green and brown one that I thrifted recently. They kind of have this sheer element to them, and I just think it's really cute even to just have a different colored tank top paired underneath it. I think it adds some layering to outfits, and just uniqueness to an outfit that isn't always putting on more clothes. Like, I think playing with like textures and sheerness was just really cute to me this summer. And my final summer favorite for the fashion category was this bracelet. I got this bracelet from a farmer's market with my friend, and they're made from old spoons. And they all have like these unique patterns that I guess aren't made anymore. And then they had a charm, and I just absolutely adored this bracelet this summer. I'm really getting more into like mixing metals because my engagement ring is gold, and then I have some other like gold and silver pieces, and I really like mixing those metals. And this bracelet I just thought was so beautiful, and it's one of my only all silver pieces. And I just loved wearing it this summer. And so I definitely recommend getting jewelry that you love, especially in summer, because you really can only primarily add jewelry to an outfit. And so if you love your jewelry, then you'll love your outfit. Okay, next I want to talk about the miscellaneous category because these were just some of my favorite things this summer. So I really want to talk about them. First is actually something I just got last week, but I adore it and I wish I had it all summer, and I know it's going to be a staple with me. I got the original Sudoku book, but it's just this little book with easy to medium to hard to very hard puzzles. And I got it because I watch Ugly Girls World on YouTube. Me and my friend both watch her, and we were at Barnes & Noble and we saw it. And I've loved learning Sudoku. I think it just feels like so good. I mean, I know it's so good for your mind, but it feels like something I can just pick up and work on really quickly instead of scrolling on my phone when everyone else is on their phone. I've gotten to do some with people I love, and so I love writing their names on who helped me with them, or if I did it by myself. And I like knowing how much faster I've gotten with it. I also just think it's so cute, and it's really nice to like bring. I've already brought it to a couple different events, literally $10, and I already feel so much clearer in my mind than I did when I would just constantly pick up my phone. Another thing kind of similar in that vein is a deck of cards was so crucial for me and my friends this summer. We brought a deck of cards everywhere we went, and it was just so much fun. Like if we were waiting for our food at a restaurant, we'd start playing cards. If we were at a live music event, we'd start playing cards. We played cards anywhere and everywhere, and it was just so fun. Our favorite game to play is called Cambio, and it's chill enough to where you can talk during it, but you're still in this competitive game. And I think it's really fun to be in community with people and not so on your phones. Another thing in my summer favorites, I can't remember if I talked about this in my winter favorites, but it's my Paper Republic journal. It's what I'm working in right now. I got this like in the maroon color, and then I have it embossed with my name. And then I have this charm my friend Naomi made me. And then my cord is red, and you get to customize all these things. And then I've added on a little pen pouch. I keep my stickers in the front. And then mine holds up to 4 different journals or books. This journal is literally everything to me. I'm someone who journals a lot. I write a lot. I've absolutely loved having this journal. I love that I never have to replace the leather. I just have to buy new books. It is a pretty big investment, but once it's invested in, it will save me money in the long run because these books are so much cheaper than the journals I liked to buy. I also love that I can bring every journal I love in one carry. And it's also just so cute. It's so cute to bring it places and pull this out. I really love it. And I think it is so worth it. If you journal, first of all, you should start journaling. And second of all, I think it's so worth it to invest in a journal you love. I don't know. I really love to love what I have. I love to think it's beautiful and think it's fun. And so I think a beautiful journal is so worth it. Okay, next I want to talk about my beauty favorites. So my first beauty favorite is the Rhode Blush in Sleepy Girl. I first bought it in Toasted Teddy, and I might have even talked about that in my winter favorites, and I liked that. It's a really deep shade, but Sleepy Girl is a much more pinky light mauve, and just for summer it felt so beautiful and natural. Also because of the formulas of her blushes, I felt like I could put it on even if I wasn't wearing any face makeup. And in summer, I don't want to wear a lot of makeup, so I loved still getting to wear a blush and still feeling very pink and summery. My next summer favorite has been the Way Hair and Body Mist. This is in the scent St. Bart's. I love this stuff. I kind of bought it off of a whim in the middle of the summer, and it smells amazing. It smells like a clean, beachy scent, which I would not typically go for, but I just think it smells so nice. And I love that it's marketed as a hair and body mist. I feel like just giving that extra spray in my hair just feels really like it's all gonna be worth it. Like, people will smell this. I really love a body mist because I do think it can last a little bit longer. I think it helps your perfume last a little bit longer. And so I love this stuff, and I think it was so worth it and just a super summery scent. On top of that was just using scented lotions. I used a lot of ones that I've already had in my home. I had a Sol de Janeiro one, I've had an EOS one, and then I was gifted the EOS one, and then I was also gifted another, I think like a Tree Hut one. And just using scented lotions, like specifically on my arms, also just really helps the scent stay longer. So I really loved doing that this summer, not only using up products that I already had, but I just loved getting to kind of mix more scents and see what I like going together, and also noticing that my scent was still there at the end of the day. And finally, music I've been loving. I'll make this quick because I don't think anyone's coming to me for music recommendations, but there's just a lot of albums I really wanted to talk about. First, obviously, is Olivia Rodrigo's You Seem Pretty Sad for a Girl So in Love. I won't talk about it too long because mostly my friends watch my YouTube videos and I've talked about it all summer, but this album has just been such a good summer album while also giving you that sad and slow side of things. I think in summer sometimes I can really push wanting to listen to only fun, exciting music, and I thought that that album was just so well-rounded and gave me any vibe that I wanted. Next is the album Sweet Fortune by Ryan Beatty. So good. It's so sweet and calm. Again, that kind of calmer side to summer that you don't always satisfy with a super fun summery album. I think Sweet Fortune was just such a beautiful album to be able to throw on, and Clairo's backing vocals on some tracks just sounded so good, and I really recommend that album if you like calmer folk music. And on the complete opposite spectrum, if you love super hyper pop music, I loved Kim Petras' album Detour. It was just so much fun. It's a little bit intense if that's not your vibe, but I think for a super intense pop, I just really loved that album. Ray's album, This Music May Contain Hope, I just thought was a really theatrical take on pop music that I've absolutely loved. Specifically the track Joy, I've loved listening to. I've just been realizing how much what I listen to impacts my thoughts. And so when that song is stuck in my head, like specifically I had a moment where it was stuck in my head at the end of a run, and those lyrics just really pushed me through. And I really want to feed that more of listening to good, positive things so that my mind is filled with positive things. And time for my wish list. It's very short and sweet, but these are just some things that I noticed and things that I loved this summer that I was kind of missing. The first thing is some high quality tabby flats. The flats that I own are both ballet flats, and I really want a pair of tabby flats in either like a black or like a cream. I just think tabbies are so cute, and I really want a high quality pair because although both of mine are shockingly comfortable, I really want a pair that I know I could wear walking around the city one day. And so I'm looking for a good leather pair of tabby flats. The next thing on my wish list is the Peachy Den mini skirt. I think it's the Kylie skirt. I loved skirts this summer, like I said, and I really want a good mini skirt. And I love skirts because I feel so much more comfortable and confident in them. And I think the Kylie skirt does such a good job at looking feminine but sporty. And so I love the peachy den skirt in black. Another wish list item for fashion is I really want more rings. I got a ring at a vintage market this summer and I got it like a half size too big and it fell off and I can't find it. And then another ring I was wearing was my sister's and she unfortunately wanted it back. So I'm really looking for more rings, but I'm looking for statement rings that feel like me and not just to fill my fingers with anything. And so I'd much rather wear nothing until I find rings that I love. And so I am looking for more rings. If anyone has recommendations of maybe Etsy sellers or places to get good rings, please leave them in the comments because I really want more rings. And then on that same fashion vein, I talked a lot about sheer tops. And I have the Intimacy top in brown, but I'd really love to get it in black. I just think black would be a lot more wearable. The shade of brown I have is almost orangey brown. And so I think getting it in black would I'd like to widen my collection of these more sheer tops. And I think the black Intimacy top is just a very worth it investment. Those were my summer favorites and my wish list items for going into the fall. I really hope you enjoyed, and if you guys had anything that really stuck out to you this summer of things you loved, please let me know in the comments below and we can see if we had anything in common. I hope you have a great week and I'll see you next week with another video. Bye!